night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. The kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday.
Ready.
Tua now on first down. And incomplete to open things up. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Chargers had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Finding room at midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield, you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
He'll buy some time right. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Chargers 0.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. Broke through some contact, but ultimately only able to get to his own 20. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Block Edwards now to punt it away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going to work.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Slot man moves right. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Moore, the man in motion. On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Moore. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Man open, here is Jones. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Mahomes firing complete, and he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
The Chargers' 6-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So what a play there in the final minute of this 1st half. They get the interception. More importantly, their 1st points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling as the 1st half is winding down.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7.
21. Chargers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and
10. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Tagovailoa. Allen's got it, complete.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
From the 29, Mahomes. Caught by Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's a game of 23 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
yards. Tackle.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
George Karlaftis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, trying to get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
22 yards there, a first down.
A lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone structure here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
A credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Allen, the man in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Tua being chased out left. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A gain of 36 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to let it go again. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they've been aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now it's Mahomes again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not down another turnover on his ledger.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
He's going to air one out.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Screen play to McAllister. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Eckler now between the tackles. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
And if you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Eluding the pressure right.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Returnable here from the 38.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an intercept. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Does the big boy have the juice? Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
Striker, 3-3, 10.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. It's Eckler again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Kansas City.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On play action, it's Mahomes. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now that after the sack, will be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for Kansas City, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4.
G.